go. All right. We're going to talk about some research that I read about running to get you out of your heels, to get you more centered. They talk about leaning forward with a trunk. All right. I love that because this is something I've been saying a long time. So what they're basically finding out that when people slightly lean forward with they call it the trunk, that the people do not end up landing on their heel. They land more mid-foot, which is good. Well, actually, they land more forefoot, but you're landing more even in the foot. All right, so let's go over this. We're going to talk about this just as much for walkers as runners at this moment. When I lean forward with my trunk, my butt goes back, my thighs go back, okay? It's really hard. Let's exaggerate it. Let's go way over. Spine is real straight. I'm not slumped like an old person. I am straight. It's very hard to hit your heel. What you end up doing is this part of your body propels you forward, and you kind of like an ice skater, you end up kind of gliding into the foot. So there's more forefoot land. All right. What most people have problems with in walking and running is that their posture is this. You know, it's kind of hanging out. And then their walk is this. So there's this hit the heel, because the pelvis is used to being forward. So the focus needs to be in the pelvis, and that's where movement is starting from. That's where we focus on. Okay, so like you'll see me, why would I sit on something like this? Or why would I want to squat and sit like this? Because my pelvis is three-dimensional movement. I need to be able to be down in my pelvis. I need to not be knock-kneed. I need my thighs to be free, to be open. And I need to be able to get my pelvis back. So it's not just this forward back. It's not tightened up. It's not turned in. So there's a lot of pieces. And I can't go through all the pieces, but we can go through the basics of why is it when the trunk slightly leans forward or leans forward a lot that you walk better or that you glide. See, the back foot propels me forward. So here's what I want you to take away with this. Practice in the day, in your standing posture to just guide your thighs back and get the weight out of the forefoot. Because when your weight is in your forefoot, like this, here I am, my knees, my hips, my spine, and my feet aren't happy. And then if I have on running shoes that have a lot of padding, I'm even more there. So what we've got going on is plantar fasciitis is going to act up probably because there's so much tension in the back of the legs. Your hips are tight. It's just this much, this little much of taking and getting your crotch behind underneath you and then stretching up, and notice the weight's not here. Subtle, small things are a big deal, make a big difference. So leave this posture, begin to get into this posture, and then, go on in to butt up the wall, feel the weight out of your feet, spend some time squatting, keeping the arch. This, with no arch or with tight hips, does nothing for me but hurt my knees more. It makes my ankles tighter. So remember, trunk is tipping forward because of where my hips are. Don't go here, and glide. Got it? All right, so if you have more questions, go to McCallmethod.com. Check out YouTube. Check out newsletter. Check it out. I'm out of here.